Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for putting in the work, putting in the effort, and grinding with me. Sorry for the lateness. Fasting for Ramadan. Couldn't go to dinner. Took my family to India. Next thing you know, it was like 7:56. I had lost track of time on my wife. Looked at it. I said, we got to run. I rushed back home. Got home at 6:08. Got the thing updated and got everything running. But sorry, I apologize. I was late. It happens. If you work 1,000 days straight, I'm sure you might be late one of them. Just one. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. I appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's break down Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on and appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with my clothes. So anyway, it's crazy. I wanted to trade this move above the 200, right? Then I saw this shoulder, head, right shoulder. And when I did it, no lie, I longed that and I went to dinner. When I got to dinner and the food came, I was up like 180 bucks on it. When it got down to 130 or something, I took the money and I made 130 bucks while I waited for my food, or I mean, actually as it came, and I closed that trade. I'll show you guys the trade here. And today wasn't a bad day, literally, for trading perpetual. It was okay. It wasn't the best. I was able to still squeeze some gains out. So, I was still able to squeeze some gains out. It was pretty interesting. So look, if you look at the day, was it amazing? Lost 10, lost 18, but I gained 100 and gained 122. And then I grabbed another one right there. So that was about it for the day. About, 220, and then I lost 20 or 38, 28. So it was about a $190 futures day. I did make more money trading some spot too as well, but what was it best? Sunday's slow day, So look, this is what I traded right here. I just traded this shoulder, head, right shoulder. I got in right there. And once somewhere when I was up, I just looked at it. I said, man, take your money. It's a Sunday. And then we gave an amazing trade this morning. Let's talk about that, actually. There was another trade before this morning. Let's look at I just forgot about that. Insanity. We played the 1 hour time frame. And we got, I traded this flag, right? We put this out this morning, said I'm trading the flag, and I talked about it. We got a nice spike to the upside. I sold. I hope you did too. The high was 70,300. I sold somewhere right in this. I didn't get the whole wick. But again, a profitable trade. You got to pay yourself. If you pay yourself every time, then most trades are going to be profitable. If you wait for it to come back down, then that's probably not going to be the case. All right. Let's take a look at BTC on Binance. And you know what I'm going to do? And look, we've been looking at this. I talked about the 200 SMA crossing. We got above it. There's a lot of action going on tonight. But remember, Sunday night into Monday morning is heavy volatility. Let's take a look at that weekly candle close and see what happened. We're going to get rid of the moving averages for now. We're going to double click and we're just going to look at price action. All right. And we can even zoom in. We can use the zoom window here, I believe, and get pretty crispy with it and really show you what's happening here. So you can, remember when I used to kiss the weekly candle? But I don't want to kiss no red candle. Yeah. Blow it away. Right. All right, let's take a look here. We opened at 71,280. That's when we opened, all right? It was a high open, baby. The high was 71,288, so we went pretty close to where we opened. Below would be 64,493 and 7 cents, and the candle would close at 69,360 and 39 cents, down $1,919, down 2.69% on the week. So we would close a down candle. However, we would close it above some key support zones that I went over many, many times. And it looked like we were going to close below 65.5, which at one point really was just not a good look for me. As a support and resistance guy, that I stick to that. It was looking like we were going to have a bit of trouble there. So 65,500 something we're watching. Shout out to all the people around the world that watch me, from friends that I know on YouTube. I know you guys watch me. Shout out to all my people out there. Shout out to Seth from Mind Your Biz, man. I love you, brother. Shout out to Crypto Crow. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to everyone out there. We love you. We appreciate you. Shout out to Project Mugo, man. All you awesome people, man. Everyone that puts themselves out there every single day on YouTube. I love you. Shout out to Tom Crown, Jason Casper, and my whole YouTube crew. We appreciate you all for being awesome. And if you get some alpha from the stream, we appreciate that too. So look, previous resistance was 65.5. I told you as long as we close the candle above 65.5, I was bullish and everything was going to be fine. No worries in a hurry, right? Now we move forward too, and then it was all about 67,200 because that was my next level. I even call it 170 here, 67,170. As long as we close the candle above that. And it looked like we were just going to close the candle somewhere in the middle here. But that beautiful buy zone, we got that action-packed boom to the upside. And now look, you can see 69,000 is basically support now yet again. Can we hold 69K is the question. If we don't, we're testing 67.2. If we lose 67.2, we're coming to 65.5. If we lose 65.5, we could drop to 60,000. And if we lose 60,000, if we lose 60,000, we could end up somewhere at 52K at this golden pocket. I still haven't ruled it out yet. It's still a possibility for me as I'm an open-minded guy and anything is possible here. We could be making this, falling wedge here, or we could be making some type of a flag. It all depends. We're going to see what happens. To me, the wedge looks a little probable, you know what I mean? And we would come all the way back down here somewhere in a steep range, and we would for sure meet this 21-day moving average, maybe bounce up to 0.5 or the 618 golden pocket. Could we come all the way to the 786 to 46,000? It's possible. Could we retest this only really big support area that you see here at 42.5? There's a chance, but there's just no guarantees. All right? There's no guarantees. Right? So, and I'll zoom out for you too so you can kind of see the bigger picture. All right? But there's going to be your 52,000. All right? You could make pre-order on 52K. Yeah, you could I could put a few orders down there just to see. You know what I mean? I don't think it's the worst thing to do is put some orders down there. 5,000, 10,000, maybe $20,000 of liquidity down there. Grab myself a half a Bitcoin on a crazy dip, because it would be one of these dips. It would probably be pretty fast when we hit these low levels in these bullish times. All right? So this is what I'm looking at on the weekly chart, right? Both things are possible, but we cannot go lower unless we close weekly candles below 67.2, 65.5. And so far, we've been unable to do that, right? The last time a weekly candle closed anywhere near that was here in February 26. So every single weekly candle has closed above support for a while now. What if we start making an upward trending flag? You see what I'm saying? A bull flag to the upside. This is also a high probability. What would happen too is the stochastics would reset. I've seen this many times. The stochastics will slowly slip down while price slips up. Then when the stochastics turn and are ready to go, you blast out the flag. The 21 would kind of hang out too, and it would get a little closer to price. This would be an optimal move for me because it would fulfill all of my back testing for years. The 21 would get close, the Stochs could reset, and we would still get a move to the upside. I've seen this many times. You've seen this many times for altcoins. You've seen the upward trending bull flag when things are very, very bullish. This can happen. I've seen it hundreds and hundreds, maybe 1,000 times in my life on many different assets around the world. Blessings for all you do, Sam. Glad I found the lifers. Can we check AVAX? Thanks for representing the Holy Trinity. God is good. Reflect on him. Shout out to you, man. God bless you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Paul Wood. Can we check AVAX? We'll take a look at AVAX for you when we're done with the Bitcoin. All right. I'll pay you 10 Sol if Bieber doesn't follow Belieber on Sol. Honestly, I don't know. To me, honestly, everyone got really... I got a DM about it earlier today. Honestly, God bless that project. It may go well. You know what I mean? My whole thing is, even if Believer does follow it, it didn't... I never said... See, I don't know if you could play the tape back. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly what I said at that moment in time. I'll be honest. But when my mind was interpreting is, I don't really care that he follows it. Like, it still doesn't matter to me. Well, you could pay that guy 30 grand and say, hey, I'll give you 30 grand if you follow this account. And he'll just hit follow, right? He might never really care about I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to, maybe the good does great. You know what? Maybe I'll throw $500 in it and see what happens. Who knows? You see what I'm saying? I don't want to fund any project. I want everyone to do well. And so let Belieber go, man. But no, the dev that created the project DM'd me after that stream and basically was like, dude, I could prove to you all this stuff is right. He's like, you have to say you're wrong on your stream. But he actually really cool. He's like, you don't have to say you're wrong. Guys, I have no problems. A lot of people think these YouTuber guys are like, I'm like a YouTuber guy that's high and mighty and think I'm like the sweetest things in sliced bread. I love myself. You know what I mean? I'm a positive guy. I spread love, light, and positivity. All right? And I believe you can't love others if you don't love yourself. I'm a firm believer of that. But at the same time, man, like, I'll admit when I'm wrong every 5 seconds. You know what I mean? I love admitting when I'm wrong. It's like humility is the most beautiful thing. People love humility. Like, my channel grows because of humility. You know what I'm saying? So I hope Belieber does well. I really do. And I may have been completely wrong. And honestly, I didn't say anything that I didn't know. I usually don't talk out the face. So if I didn't know, I didn't know. You know what I mean? So I was just saying, even if they did follow it, it didn't matter to me. I think that's what I said. I'm pretty sure. And I have to stick to my word. I'm a man of my word. That's what I said. No offense. Another thing too is I get to have my opinions, right? People get mad because I have such a great community and they know that if I say something, people might, you're an influencer. So if I say something negative, I influence negative. I say something positive, I can influence positive. I get it. But I do have the right to have my own opinion, right? So if I see something and I'm like not interested in it, you can't hate me for it. You see what I'm saying? I have the right to I didn't know. It's not like I personally knew anybody or there was no vendetta there. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like if someone was just being nasty, but like, I was just looking at what I was looking at. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. Happened, yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. That's what you said. He said your target. Yeah. So I don't think I said that that I didn't believe it was followed. I just said if it was followed, it didn't really matter to me. That's all. Again, I was like, followed for what? Like they followed the Twitter account? Like, okay. So the coin's gonna moon now just because the guy followed the account. You know what I mean? Like I didn't make the connect. To me, I didn't see a bullish connection there. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. And I'm sorry. I hope the project does absolutely wonderful. I want more people to be rich. I'd rather more people get rich off that coin, right? So if I have a business, they'll spend money on my business. They'll go and be happy. When people have money, they tend to be happy. Some people actually it gets worse for them. You know what I mean? But it all depends. Anyway, let's get back into brass tacks and back into Bitcoin and the weekly candle and what I was figuring out here. So we know what levels to watch on the weekly. We know what matters, all right? It's these key levels. And I've been saying it over and over again, right? And we know our projections and we know our possibilities and we know what's going to happen if we close a weekly candle below certain levels, right? And that's all we need to know. So let's move on to the 3-day chart and let's talk about what we're seeing here inside of this flag. Let's bring down this MACD. It's a little big. Let's bring down the RSI. I just had Indian tikka masala. It was amazing. I love chicken tikka masala. You know, it's the white guys. You know, when white people go and eat Indian, they eat chicken tikka masala. Let's be honest. That's all we eat. I might have some tandoori chicken here and there a little bit, but, you know, very rare, right? It's a little dry for me. I don't know why. It just seems to be dry. But I love you, Indian people. You're awesome. Super nice, super courteous. I love eating at the Indian restaurants around town. Awesome people. Who here likes Indian? Who here likes their tikka tikka masala? I love chicken tikka and butter chicken, baby. Oh, the naan, man. The naan was so good. I put the naan in there with the rice and just I eat till I can't move. Liker, have you heard of AI Mall? Yeah, we already talked about AI Malls, and we went over it yesterday on the stream. I actually bought some live on the channel, and I talked about it with everybody. It's AIT. We'll talk about it later on today to break it down. Majestic Chicken. Shout out to my man with his Majestic Chicken, man. He loves it. So there's a flag here for the 3-day, and there's a double bottom here. Clear as day, right? Look at that. And the 3 days oversold. I wouldn't be surprised if this hits the measured move. The measured move would just simply be, you could take wick to wick even. Oop, I didn't mean to grab the yellow. I meant to grab the what? Yeah, and that would take us somewhere to about 81,351 for Bitcoin. So, and this is low on the stochastics. RSI is in a good spot, and you have lack of bullish momentum in the MACD. You have falling volume with falling price. The volume has been falling to the downside while you've been sloping down, which means that you're lacking sellers. Like, that's the direction you're going. It's like a car. A car's traveling this way. It's got a gas tank. If the car is losing gas, it can't keep traveling this way. Eventually, it's going to run out of gas. So if the price and the volume are moving in the same direction, specifically to the downside, that's one of my key indicators for a move to the upside. Falling volume with falling price. I don't mention it as much as I used to. I used to mention this almost every single day. And what I'm showing you is this idea here, that the volume is falling down while price action is falling down too as well. All right. It's a pretty interesting sign. Like, this was bearish here. Look, price was falling up, but the volume was falling down. Whenever that happens, it tells you you're likely going to stop. Because look, you're moving this way, but you're losing gasoline. How can you keep going up if you're losing the volume to the downside? You can't. You're going to have to take a reversal. There's many people that trade off of price and volume alone. That's all they need. And it gives you divergences, and there's so much inside of it. It's funny, I haven't brought this up in a long time, but I do it without saying it because I've been using it for so long. All right. The bearish tone here is that the moving averages are a little far apart. See, like the 21 and the 200 are starting to kind of get that gap. But they could gap all the way on the 3-day chart. Look, they can stay away the entire bull market. So it does suggest we could just continue to rip here. And so it is the 3-day chart. We have some grace when it comes to that parameter, if that makes sense. All right. All right, now we're going to move into the daily chart. All right, but just remember, that's a double bottom. Clear as day, it double bottom. 1, 2, you can see it. 4 candles closed off of the local support at 65.5, which is basically that weekly, baby. Showing you how strong that weekly is. Again, if we bring this up, and again, 67.2 or 69,000, we'll talk about it, but on the local area, we bring this up, and you can see there's some resistance at 69,500. We must break back above the 5s. And those psychological support and resistance areas are always going to come into play. All right. Now we're going to move on into the daily time frame. We're on the daily now. All right. And I'm going to zoom back out. I just want to show you kind of what we're looking at for market structure here on the daily. So when I zoom in, now look, we've gone from the weekly to the 3-day. We've looked at key levels. Like you feel good now. You're not just looking at small time frames. You have an understanding of what we are. You have a good feeling of what's happening. You're going to be able to crush the markets because your mind's at ease now. You're not worried anymore. The anxiety has drifted away. My beautiful, soft, sweet voice. I'm just messing with you guys. But no, my radio announcer voice has got you going. And you're relaxed. And you're like, dude, I'm with a guy that's been doing this for years. He's been putting himself in risk since 2007. And he made it. So if this guy can make it, I can make it. He worked a night shift. He was in debt. He wasn't always the lifer. He was Sam Price, right? He still is. So, I just want to say, you're going to do whatever you put your mind to. I'm telling you right now, because I did. And so if you want it, you can do it. Have you heard Hayo talk about based AI, Sammy? What do you reckon? He talks about base AI, not based AI. Unless he's talked about both. I've heard him talk about base AI, but not based AI. Okay? So that's just one thing to think about. We have a resistance here for Bitcoin at 71,000. I see it on the daily. Let's take a look. Where these two candles open and close, this candle opened at 71,366. And I call it 71.5 on the wick, right? We'll call it 71,400. So Bitcoin has to break back above 71,400, 390. And that's previous support becomes resistance. Previous support is resistance right now. We are at resistance for Bitcoin. You can see on the local time frame right here at about 69,400. So can we break a daily candle back above this level? Is this a beautiful W with a higher low on the daily? Or are we going to hit this level, come back up, get tight, and then make a bearish retest to the downside and catch this 200 SMA on the daily back down at the high volume node at $52,000? So only time will tell. We're going to be able to figure it out how. We're going to open up trades. We're going to cautiously watch price action. If price stays above the 200 SMA, we're good. And honestly, it doesn't have to really stay above it. You just want to see this. You want to see the 21 and these come up. You want to see the 200. You want to see this get real tight and blast to the upside. Okay? We may even come up or down like this, but this is it. I mean, a couple more days and Bitcoin's going to have to find a way. It came up, it came down, it came up, it came down. This is called consolidation. And we're getting tight. Now, I'm seeing banks that have to run to, they're going to miners to buy Bitcoin. They can't get it OTC anymore. They're freaking out. You know what I mean? They just can't get the Bitcoins like they used to. Where's the Bitcoin? Give me the Bitcoins. I can't get the Bitcoins over here. They can't get the Bitcoins that they want. It's been a problem. You see what I'm saying? And to me, I mean, there's some serious FOMO going on right now. Some serious FOMO. All right. New CME gap. Yeah, we're going to talk about the CME gap too as well that just got formed this weekend because we had a nice push to the upside. Let's take a look at the CME gap here on the 4-hour time frame. Nice big chubby gap there. You see that on the 4-hour? Let me get rid of my moving averages. It helps you see the gaps far better. I don't know though, like it's a gap, but you have a wick here. But you got a gap. Yeah. You close that gap. You close 96% of all gaps. Okay. Just so you know. So it would make sense that this gap could get closed here for Bitcoin. All right. Strange though to see a wick that close to the gap. I'm not used to that. Usually the gap's kind of far away. And look, we have a gap of the VRVP here too, which is interesting. And look, that gap kind of sits right where this high volume node, the high piece of it comes out. That's the beginning of the gap. And look, you have a gap here. That's why I always tell you, the VRVP will show you the same gap. See that gap right there? It will show you the same gap. You don't even need to know, like really, this will do it for you technically. You know what I mean? It's good to know stuff, but this will nail it. You know? Anyway, we'll get back to that, but that does suggest that we could go lower. And does that make sense? That's actually one thing I want to see, actually. Hold on. That level is going to be between 68,000 and 69. So that's beautiful. Like my calculations say that we're like, even if I didn't know the gap, I just a pattern trader, it suggests we're going to hit the top of the pattern, come back down. And that's closing the gap right there. Like that's the gap. So I'm 100% on for that gap getting closed. It makes 100% sense. Right? If we're super bullish, then we would close the gap, because we would just get tight inside this triangle. So we can take care of the CME gap. We don't even need to talk about it again. We can kind of, because we know that what I'm doing here, even if I didn't know about it, my technical analysis will overlap it for this point. Sam, what happens to alts when Bitcoin decides? If it tanks and goes down, some alts have been holding pretty well through the Bitcoin dumps. But if it tanks, look for your BTC pairs. If there's some strength, those will be hotter. But if the whole market will get pulled back. That's just how it is. And we're going to look at the total market cap for you too as well and break that down. All right. Shout out to everybody here in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. The Crypto Lifer, baby. We love you. Give the stream a like. Sammy got your back here. Yep. Price movements on the weekends, I believe. BlackRock now double. BTC holdings. Crazy, right? Sam, what happens to, 67, we got a 2. Yep. We'll be an alt B, Bev or having. What do you think? We'll be, I can't. Guys, when you say stuff, can you write it in English? You know what I mean? Will be alt beaver having what you, I speak different languages, but I don't even know what you're saying, my man. Okay, thank you. I could essentially set up to see how he sees, or do I have to pay for a TradingView account? I mean, TradingView would be, if you don't have TradingView, I don't know how you're going to survive. TradingView is amazing. I would definitely get a TradingView account. All right. I've had a TradingView account for 7 years now at this point. Much love and greatly appreciate you and your time. Thank you for saying that. I know you said based with the D, Sammy. I know you said, I know there's base AI and there's based AI. The last time I heard Kyle talking, he talked about base AI. He didn't talk about based AI, but maybe he talked about both. I never heard him talk about based AI. I explained this already. I'm going to explain myself again. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay. Amen. Thank you. I looked at based AI. I actually like it. I saw another crypto YouTuber that I like go over it, put me on. I started looking at it. He talked about BAI and YAI. Both of those actually looked somewhat promising. I'll be honest. All right. But I think based AI is the one, man. Shout out to David Kendall. We love you. Appreciate you, man. Talked about you at dinner with my wife tonight. Was talking about how loyal and amazing you are and all the charts that you put out. How nice and cordial, and how I had, I was like, I got to hang out with Dave, man. I was like, it's been too long since I've seen Dave, even on a Zoom. And I was mentioning that tonight at dinner with my wife, man. And she said, you're so nice, such a very, very wonderful man. And we just appreciate you in the group, man. And we thank you so much for rocking with me. I couldn't do without you, man. Thank you for everything. So, again, I see tightness. Again, we're overbought on the 4-hour time frame a tight bit there. The 22 and the daily are going to be kind of the determining factors. And, it's resistance right now. It is. And you have to be open-minded that we could be making a shoulder, a head, and some type of right shoulder here and dump down. The 200s are waiting. If we can go more sideways and pull the 200 up, we're going to get a big of a pump. But if we kind of keep this distance, there's a chance we close the gap in price. All right. Remember, the CME gap's likely going to get filled. So even if we did make a quick spike up here, like a short squeeze, which I think is likely, maybe in a fake out breakout, come back inside, dump the bottom of the bottom, fake down, break down, come back inside, and then maybe get busy. So watch out for volatility. Also, I don't like to heavily trade Sunday night into Monday morning. Very rare you'll see me open up a trade live. I open up a trade live almost any other time, except for Sunday and Monday. We had a couple Mondays that rocked and rolled, and we traded them. But that's when the TA was just so good, and there was volume coming in, and we had to do what we had to do. So, all right, shout out to Billy, man. We love you. We appreciate you. So here's the deal. Bitcoin at the resistance here at 69,300. We need to break back above that to remain bullish. And then I like to see that 71,390, 400 area, and then we are easily going to crush that all-time high, right? So the question tonight is, Lifer, are we going to break above this resistance, come back down, or are we just going to come back down? Are we making a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder? And honestly, I can't tell you. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, but I'm able to see things that are possible. All right? Shout out to Decrypted.tax. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And 25% off the standard pricing. Get your taxes done, everybody. You have 8 days for your due date of the 15th, right? April 15th. Your taxes are due. And so I just want to put this out there to help you. I found a great tax attorney who's also an accountant who knows crypto, who's in the trading group, who's a lifer, who understands everything that you understand. And this guy's ready to help you. Get yourself a free consultation at least. He could square you away. Ask him anything. He'll give you free information. He just wants you to be all right. He doesn't want you to worry. And then if you like that and you feel like he's the guy you want to do business with, then get your 25% off and jump on into Decrypted.tax. He just gave 50 memberships out to all the lifers. We're at an all-time high with the memberships. I'm going to start doing member streams only because it's just, that's what has to happen because we have too many people now. We have 700 members. It's unbelievable on YouTube. I never thought possible. Shout out to Decrypted.tax, continuously giving. And thank you so much, man. Decrypted.tax You can see right here, go to decrypted.tax today. He's my personal tax attorney, okay? Don't use him too much. I need him to myself. The only thing, he's so good, I didn't want to tell you about him because I wanted to keep him all to myself. But hey, everybody's got to eat, right? So I got to let you guys have him for a little bit. But you got to give him back, all right? And if I'm on a call, it's my call, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with the Lifer. So we got to get above resistance for Bitcoin. The 4-hour looks like it's kind of turning on us to the downside. But it's got this little, the 4-hour doesn't look amazing on the stochastics RSI. Let's take a look at them zoomed in. Pointing to the downside. That's bearish and headed lower, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we did get a move. Let's look at the bearish scenario for Bitcoin and talk about it right here. So what's the bearish scenario? The bearish scenario is we are in a rising wedge. Okay? Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. They also break out parabolically, and you are above the 200 SMA. My strategy says once you're above a 200 SMA, fireworks can fly, right? You can get a massive move to the upside. That's what my strategy says, and it does play out many, many times. If we did break out, we take the length of this area here, and you would break out like this parabolically to the upside. We would break the all-time high. We would go to 74,000. We would bust up through this resistance at 71,400, and life would be merry. All right? This is a possibility, everybody. We're going to look at it here on the 1 hour and see if the 1 hour is still low and pushing to the upside. The stochastics are pretty aggressive here on the 1 hour. There's lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. We just got a golden cross on the 1 hour time frame. Last time we had one of those, we had an explosive move back to the top of the pattern, at least there. And then right here, we had a massive move. So the last 2 times, we had a massive move to the upside. Sending love from Miami. The Sunshine State can't wait to have the Lifer, the Giver's Gain. Dude, I'm going to cry, bro. Like when I finally hit Florida, guys, you have no idea. I started going to Sarasota like 15, 20 years ago. Every time I came to Florida, I had such a beautiful feeling in my heart and soul. I saw those palm trees and I smelled the breeze, man. I saw that crystal clear water and the beautiful white beaches of Sarasota, man. Voted one of the #1 most beautiful beaches in the world numerous times. Come on now. With the quartz sand that doesn't get hot. It stays cool all day long. You know what hot sand's like. My whole life I've been on the Northeast, running on that hot sand. That beautiful, cool sand. Man, those beautiful beaches, baby. All the way to Holmes Beach, all the way up to Anna Marie Island. You know I'm in there, baby. Shout out to my 305 Warriors. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Bang, bang, bang. Where are we in the GAUSSIAN channel signal? You haven't showed it for a long time. It's funny you said that. Yeah, you're right. Well, I just been spot on. The 200 has been just so spot on. You know what I mean? I've just been going with what works. Now, rising wedges break down 68% of the time. And you want to see if you have any bearish divergence. You kind of have that's a little bit of bearish div there, isn't it? Some say, well, it was there and then it started to fall down. But I mean, I see, and then there's some bearish divergence here too. Look. This is swinging down. Actually, no, let me double check. Yeah, those tops swing down for sure. While this swings to the upside. That is bearish dip, but you could say it played out. And you can also say that you have support here for Bitcoin because look, resistance and bounce. So you have this support at 68,800. So I got some indecision vibes, right? The 4 hour wants to kind of come down on us. The 1 hour's oversold and says, no. The daily's actually in a pretty good spot. The 15 minute is looking pretty sketchy, to be honest. Okay. Almost like we kind of already fell out of the wedge in the 15 minute. You see that? And we're bearishly retesting with an M pattern. If I try to put us back inside, let's take a look if that feels weird or not. We could exclude this wick and then we could still say we're riding the trend. I'm cool with this. All right. That comes from years of practice, and again, you're not always right, but you feel it out. Like is it this trend line? Is it that trend line? Everyone wants to know. And again, there's no perfect answer, but there's something that makes more sense over time. And again, that's what trading is. Like nothing is exact. It's a science of probability that you're always tweaking slightly here and there. We are all Palawians now. I love you, man. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man, Music Miracles, brother. You said it, man. You said it. Hey, man, we're human beings of the earth. We are sovereign with God-given rights. We have God-given rights. You know that, right? You have God-given rights. Okay? You have God-given rights. The Constitution allows you God-given rights. That's why no government can take away the rights that the Constitution gives you. They're God-given rights. You see what I mean? That's why the forefathers brought God in when they wrote the Constitution. It was important. That's why it says in God we trust on the dollar. We built this country in God. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm stating the facts. Whether you realize it or not, this country was built in godly ways by moral men who wanted men to be free, who were leaving oppression from the English. We had the Tea Party here in Boston for a reason. I'm going to keep bringing that up. The Boston Tea Party. So anyway, we're getting tight here, and the 15-minute could break us. But what I like here, so I wouldn't short anything until the 15-minute loses the 200. The 15-minute loses the 200. We'll take a short from 68.8 all the way back down to 67,200. But of course, why not? And the rising wedge would suggest it as well. So that's a possibility. I would short if we lose this key level. That's it. We do have a point of control that we're above to, and it already says we're kind of going through this gap, and it says we want to come back down to 67. And look, that's the gap. That's the fair value gap. That is also going to be your CME gap, right? You see what I mean? Let's take a look if there's any fair value gaps below us on the 4-hour time frame, just on price action. What is a fair value gap? I'm going to talk about it in a second here. There's one right there. Wick to wick closes, and you got this gap right here. See, this wick does not touch this wick. You find a candle. You look to the left candle. You look to the right candle. If you see a gap between the left and the right candle, that's called a fair value gap. These can be closed many times, and they're good for Forex and the NASDAQ. Bitcoin doesn't tend to, Bitcoin does its own thing sometimes. But if you trade the NASDAQ and Forex, this is just like a beautiful combination. But it does say even if we dolphin dipped, we could come into this fair value gap. Okay? See, this one's no gap because the wick went all the way up. This wick went down. They overlapped. You get what I'm saying? Here's an overlap. But there right there is a fair value gap if you're an ICT trader. All right? I tend to dabble in it all, but I always came back to my own sauce at the end of the day, baby, because I love my sauce, man. It just tastes the best. You know what I mean? I got that basil, a little bit of garlic. I slice it thin, baby. You know how it is. Sprinkle it on. So here's the deal. We got a bit of a strange flag here for the 4-hour. The 4-hour is in a bit of an odd way, if you ask me. And it is likely with this spike up that we could kind of suffice that as top of the trend line, almost tapping, and we could come all the way back down to the bottom of the trend line. I wouldn't even care if we hit 67.2. It would make 100% sense. We'd close the fair value gap. We'd lose this point of control, and we would come down to the bottom of the pattern. I wouldn't want to see lose this low. That's when I would be like, that's kind of... You lose this low, we can come here all we want. We can come here all we want. We can bounce on. We can do all we want. We can do pirouettes and backflips, Bitcoin can do whatever it wants right here. But I do not want to see it break a lower low. If it makes a lower low of the trend, it's not going to be a good look for Bitcoin. So we don't want to make a lower low than this. We want to continue to the upside here for BTC. All right. What is the special here? Ridiculous, man. I'm not going to repeat that. Johnny Tremaine is a great movie about the Boston Tea Party and the Sons of Liberty. Thank you. I'm going to watch it tonight. I think I might, actually. Johnny Tremaine, thank you. Bless you for saying that to beautiful people here. So I'm going to give you one other idea here. This is possible. Like, this is making a bull flag. You see this? In a bit of a bull flag that could break further to the upside. Your measured move would be this wick. Kind of where to this pull. You could actually take this hole, but I would just take this conservative move here. And that does suggest we could push further to the upside. The 1 hour looks great. I'm telling you. 15 minutes, not amazing. 7 minutes, okay. So here's the deal, too. Your 7 minutes going to basically give you what's going to happen tonight. And if you look at the 7, we have a shoulder. We've got a head. We've got a bit of a right shoulder here. That could break to the upside, mate, eh? Got a bit of a head and shoulder here, mate, eh? Bit of a chin wag. We could talk about a bit of the chin wag on the body. So we got a shoulder head and a right shoulder here. Could that break us to the upside? We want to see the 7 minute break back above the 200 SMA. The tight moving average is also a pretty good sign. I also see something else here that I never saw of the 7 minute time frame. Trading is like chess. You're like, this guy just showed me 17 patterns in a row. He's out of his mind. He's on this many time frames. What is he doing? I'm doing detective work for you. I'm slowly grinding till we can figure out what's likely going to happen based on probabilities. I've seen many signals for years. I've been trading since I was 24. I'm 41 years old. So I have 17 years. This would be my 17th year of trading, right? and hardcore about 7 to 10 years. And you guys have seen me every single day because I absolutely love it. I just love the charts. I've never found something that gets me so enamored than the charts. It's amazing. So that's a right shoulder to me. That's a shoulder, head, right shoulder. I see an inverted head and shoulder, period. And I'd like to see Bitcoin get back above, and it's hanging on this point of control here. I'd like to see the 7-minute get back above the 200. If that's the case, we could get a jump on up, and we may just actually go sideways throughout the night here, even if we do get a punch to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if we go up and down, and we just end up in the morning super tight here, and we're at indecision on Monday, where we can go up or down again, because they want us to be indecision. It's the best way they can liquidate the most amount of people. So it's a very interesting setup. I'm loving the shoulder, head, and shoulder. And again, 32% of the time it'll break down. It won't break up, and we won't get the move. So there's a chance that everything I told you is nil, okay? It's all based on probabilities. But right now you can see the clear local resistance is 69,050, 70K. We break back above that, right? We're basically in the money again. So can someone answer, does Lifer trade Bitcoin every day live in his Discord? Yes. Yeah, every day that I can. Yes. I traded it live today. I traded it live the day before. Every single day I traded it live. I give you all my trades, everything I'm doing. If I'm watching the 1 minute, my setups, my models, my ideas, I give my life to you for $99. Crypto Lifer, Street Fighter Trader, all round good egg and snappy dresser. Thank you, man. I'm the everyday hitter, never quitter, man. Never quitter, everyday hitter, baby. Sammy P. I hit today. I hit green trades today on a Sunday. I hit green trades yesterday. I hit green trades on Thursday, Friday. Been like 5 days straight. Bang, bang, bang. All day, every day. Lifer and inspiration. Shout out to Alex Garcia. We love you. We appreciate you. And we want you to be amazing. Where's the suit? You want the suit, huh? All right. All right. You want the suit? Is that what you want? All kinds of trades in the Discord. It can be overwhelming. I love it. I've been a part of the fam for 1 month. It was lit. This dude is the real deal. I will come back once I have more funds. Dang, man. Agree with the lag a bit, but it's only been the last few days. Did you change something? No. Nah, it's literally YouTube. It's YouTube, man. Yeah. It's just YouTube, my friends. Every once in a while, especially I've noticed YouTube on the weekends, too. On the weekends. I don't know if they do maintenance or something. Yeah. Funny, right around when I mentioned the Boston Tea Party. You ever notice that? Yeah. You'll pick up on stuff like that. Yeah, take his class. I know when it's a lag because I will actually have drop frames inside of my program. It'll tell me I'm getting drop frames. It'll say, you know, it would say, hey, you just dropped a frame. Okay. On top of it, just now, YouTube said it wasn't receiving enough data for buffer zone, but I never changed my buffer. It's been the same the whole time. So if I didn't change it, it's got to be YouTube. You see what I mean? I mean, it's simple trial and error there. All right. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. No lag here. It must have been a bad connect. See? Yeah, see, I really don't think there's a lag. See, he says no lag here. See? Yeah. Enjoying the Escalade in the new life that's coming. Enjoy the Escalade in the new life that is coming in Florida. Thank you, Alex. You guys are so nice to me, man. I appreciate it. Swapping to OBS would help. Streamlabs OBS was nice until I added too many transitions. Started to lag way too much. I appreciate that. I made my money just watching your YouTube vids. Lost money in another trading group. Big time. Hey, man. I see, look, he paid for a trading group, and then he just watched my live stream and made money. I'm telling you right now, I make you guys money for free, and then you can jump on in. All right. What? No talk about AERO yet. Thanks for the call. Staking and reaping gratitude. Amen. I went over AERO so much. Honestly, I don't need to put out I don't need to pat myself on the back for every single setup that I give. Just know that I'm going to keep doing it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep giving you guys everything I have every day, and we're going to have a blast together. That's all that matters. All right. Just join so I can retire from the rat race, jump on in, man, and learn the sauce, man. Just at least shadow me for a year. You'll learn so much. It can only help you get out of the rat race. How do you get out of the rat race? Right? You follow someone else. You know, maybe you get a mentor that got out of the rat race. right? Simple is as simple does, right? Like if I was, underground and I had to sneak out of somewhere and a guy dug a tunnel and he went out the tunnel, I would follow him through the tunnel. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what happened. I got out of the rat race. I got out of the tunnel, man. And I got a tunnel waiting for you. You just got to jump on in and crawl through the tunnel with me. We could do this together every single day. Any recommend reading for the noobs, TA? Yeah, I really like you to read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, super important. You can get a free audiobook. You can buy it here on Amazon too as well. I forgot, I don't want to show my Amazon. Sometimes it might flash your address and stuff. But Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, man. That's what you need. That's what you want. So look, if the 7-minute breaches this 200 SMA, it's likely the shoulder, head, and right shoulder are going to break to the upside. I'm going to take a look at this on the 5-minute chart on the perpetual. And even though I usually never trade Sunday night, I never do it. I find it it's detrimental to my health. But I traded this one and I couldn't believe it. And I never do it, but I did it, And now look, there's my signal. We just got above the 200 on the 1 minute. We're going to move. See, we're gone. My signal is once you break above this, you're gone. And I would have played this little flag how I seen it. Look, that's my signal right there. Look at it go. My signal is just, I told my buddy the other day I could take a homeless person off the street, and I believe in 2 months I could turn them into a profitable trader by teaching them this insane strategy and just telling them I said, don't do anything different. You know what I mean? So let's take a look. We are starting to, now this is about to breach the 200 SMA, which is a very bullish sign. And so look, I don't have much time here. It looks like they're starting a short squeeze, but the stochastics are a little high. So you put your stop loss there and you go for the length of the base. You just go for this pattern to break. What I'm trying to get to is about 70,079. And my stop loss is going to be 69,115. And again, like I do, one to risk where I don't like the 1-to-1. We'd have to get all the way to that upper channel. And even then, it's still a 2-to-1. I'd have to go sharper on the stop. Stop would be 69,214. I'm playing it close to the bone. Yeah, it's still not. There we go. I'd have to get to 70,443. And there we go. And look, I just missed my entry there because just, bubbling around. But when you get above a 200 SMA on any time frame, you're gone. And I hope some of my lifers were able to catch this signal and ride it to the upside, because this is what I teach. I'll be even taking profits pretty quick right there. Okay. So I just opened up a long based on that 5-minute. Let's get back into the charts here. And that's an inverted head and shoulder. They break up 68% of the time. You just got above the 200 SMA. It's a very bullish sign. Okay. A lot of times you'll boost all the way back. Even at the same time, remember, this could come up, go sideways, and we could take a nasty dump. Just because I'm bullish right now doesn't mean I'm overall bullish all the way. I'm going to take it every single day at a time. 1 day at a time, every 5-7 hours at a time, every couple of minutes at a time. What if we get rejected here? Let's look for our next 200 that we're going to go for, which would be our 10-minute. Oh, we're above that beautifully. All of it. The 1 minute, the 4 hour, the 6 hour. Yeah, that was our major resistance there at the 7-minute time frame. We could easily reverse back down. We're going to see what's happening on the 1 minute. And so look, now you're going to flag out. You want the 1 minute, if it can, to stay high and catch this 21-day moving average. I trade the daily this way. I trade the weekly this way. I trade the 3-day this way. It's the same chart. You just have to understand these concepts. We're going to wait for the 21 to come into price. We're going to wait for the stochastics to reset. We're going to nail it like we do every single day. When the stochastics come back down and we're touching the 21, there's a high likelihood that the trade's going to play out in our favor. Look at that massive short squeeze to the upside, baby. Bam! Sorry, but I just love getting paid all day long, man. And I do it live in front of you guys all the time. I just opened up a trade, baby. You've never seen someone print green candles like this, man. I show up and the candles go up. You've got seen it all the time. Bang, bang, bang. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to everybody here. This is unbelievable. What a massive move to the upside here for BTC. Love what I'm seeing. Love what I'm seeing. Woo! And there you go, man. Now we can, like, now it's a short squeeze. You know, technically a short squeeze like that, I may take some money off the table there. But that's a beautiful move. Look, we just opened up the trade. And we were gone like the wind. Why? Because I traded the inverted head and shoulder. That gave me a 68% chance of a break to the upside. I just do what the charts tell me to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Right? That's it. Look, that's an inverted head and shoulder. That's a triple bottom, whatever you want to call it. That's a beautiful signal that you're likely going to get pushed to the upside. I mean, come on now. If you study the charts the way look, you got above the 200. These are all you need to get paid. I can teach you this every single day. All right? All right. Sam the man, Pendle looking crazy. Yeah, Pendle's out of control. You know what I mean? Pendle's like the one that got away from me. But there's heavy resistance there back to the 21. That's where I would sell my scalp, right? Even if it's 30, 50 bucks, it doesn't matter. You see? I just keep stacking. 30, 50, 60, 100, 200. It doesn't matter. As long as they're green trades, I do not care. Okay? I do not care. People are like, oh, he made $30 again. Over time, it adds up. I'm telling you right now. Let's take a look at Pendle. All right? And what happens is I can get back inside the trade now, and I didn't lose any money. Scalp in the 1 minute is treacherous. I make it look easy. It's not easy what I'm doing. Okay? I make it look easy. No emotions at all. I just sit back and let the charts play out. That's not easy to do. That takes a lot of time and years of just playing with the charts until you just don't have emotions anymore. You have to lose so much money, gain so much money. You've made hundreds of thousands. You've lost hundreds of thousands. By the end of the day, money just doesn't mean anything to you anymore. You see what I'm saying? All right. Coinbase cleared the lawsuit over crypto transactions. Yep, it was a big deal. They said that they're not breaking securities law by trading cryptocurrency on Coinbase. They won their suit they won that. I mean, that's a big deal. Very, very bullish for Bitcoin. All right, very bullish. And this short squeeze is hot. I mean, once you do get above that 200 SMA on the 7, you should continue to moon city, baby. Let's take a look at the 30-second chart. And honestly, I personally was like, I'm all traded out for the day. You know what I mean? I didn't even want to open the trade. I opened personally, but I did it anyway for you guys and for me, just for the fun of the show. I put my money on the line. I don't think the network has been reset in a long time. We'll see what happens. Who knows what it is? I have a lot of windows open. Hold on. I have been having some memory issues recently too, like, you know, and I did shut my computer off today and let it chill for a while, you know. Oh, I think I know what's going on. I'm letting the stream play in the background, which I never do. Yeah, I think I know what was going on. I'm basically, yeah, we should be fine now. I was like overloading my computer. Thank you. You're the best. Have a great night, sweetie. My daughter brought me a drink, man. I asked for a drink. She brought me 2 drinks. She said, there you go, Daddy. So look, here we go. So it looks like things are brewing already. And now we're getting this move here off the 30-second. So we're making some type of ascending triangle here on the 30-second chart. Only issue is I don't get the 30-second here on the perpetual, right? I got the 1 second, but the 30 seconds, the one that's giving me the love right now. I can see this. This is the 30-second here, just a little more elongated. And this is the pattern that I'm attempting to play. We're above the 200 on the 1 second chart and starting a probably bigger move possibly here. Huh. Don't do this at home. I'm on the 1 second chart, okay? Nice and calm and cool and collected. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. All right, let's move on to that 30-second, though, for a second here. Back to what I was looking at. And don't get too crazy here. Take a deep breath. People can lose their shorts on Sunday night. Just be careful. It's Sunday night. Heavy volatility. There's a bit of bearish div there. Look, that swings down while that swung up. Now I'll go back to the 1 minute. Which had that beautiful pump and too far away for the 21. So here's the deal. If that 30-second broke out, you would, you know what I mean? That's why we watched it. So now this is our next trade on a 1 minute scalp. 1 minute so much easier than trading the 1 second, I'll tell you that. So after you trade the 1 second, the 1 minute will feel like a day. Feel like you're trading the daily. You know what I mean? It'll feel like nothing. You're like, oh, I do this all the time. So now you want to see this make some type of flag. See how it bounced off the trend line that I drew that wasn't even there, but it is? Nice bounce to the upside there. And so I'm looking for this to come in contact with the 21. Very unlikely we continue to pump until the 21 comes into place. Anything can happen, but the odds aren't likely that you're going to pump until the 21 comes back into price action. Looking for this like this, or you're looking for some sideways behavior here for Bitcoin. I didn't even know we were going to get this action tonight on a Sunday night. Both of these could go either way. We're going to see how it plays out. This is called the Twisted Sister. I do a quantum theory projection into both ways in which price action could go. It picks one. Basically like giving a car a crossroads. It's going to have to go right or left, right? Or a Y in the road. You're going to have to go right or left. Shout out to Jenna X in the house. God bless you, Jenna X. The 1 second. I love it. Shout out to Jenna. We love you. And we appreciate you, Jenna. You're super funny. Your tweets always make me laugh. And you always have an upbeat sense of humor. I hope you're doing well. And I hope you win Trading Wars. God bless you. And I think you're going to do well. Make us lifers proud, man. Tell everyone about the lifers, baby. Bang, bang, bang. 45 minute looking good. Let's take a look at the 40. Oh, the 45 minute looking beautiful. You weren't kidding. And it defied that move. Look at that's a bullish engulfing candle back above the point of control. I like what I'm seeing there. You're spot on, my friend. Spot on. He's spot on, man. He's spot on. We might get a pump into tonight. Asia's buying, baby. Asia is buying. Hey, lifer, I long 66K. Should I close it down? Wait for an entry? I will never tell you what to do. You got to do whatever makes you happy. I don't know. Do you need that money? How much do you have? Like, your finances and your life have so much to do with the answer to that question. I don't know any of them. I'm also not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please don't try to bait me into horrible behavior. If this gigantic flag on the daily breaks to the upside, could definitely see 85K by the halving. Oh, even you could see 100K. I mean, maybe not. The halving is coming pretty soon. When is the halving, everyone? It's 10 days, 3 hours, 23 minutes, and 45 seconds. Are you kidding me? 840,000 on the block height event. It's going to be amazing. Current block height is 838. We're so close, and this could accelerate. It depends on the blocks. But right now, we're looking at April 18th. April 18th right now is the date at 4:47 UTC. I can't believe we're about to have a halving for Bitcoin. This is where it's all about. This is when it happens. Are you going to be able to take profits this time? That's the question. 86K is a major fib, isn't it? Could be an extension. Key areas. I don't worry about those. I literally just use my measured moves, and I get into price discovery, and I've always been spot on. I've traded many assets exactly the same way, and I've always been able to serve myself pretty good and buy at the exact right times. And so with Bitcoin, I've absolutely nailed Bitcoin. I was able to buy the bottom, call the bottom, and nail it. And I'm super happy with my purchases. You know what I mean? And how much I've made off Bitcoin in the last year and a half has been, God has blessed us with such an amazing opportunity, and we took it. You know, we took the opportunity. All right. He said the 50-minute chart looks like a head and shoulder pattern. I would say shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. When this went this far up, I don't know, man. To me, it's a little over. You know what I mean? You had shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. That was supposed to dump. You didn't. And look, we had this flag breaking to the upside. We kind of had all this happening. We were looking at it closely. We got above the 200 in the 7-minute. We knew that was our indication for a move. I got late on it. All right. Remember, we never been in those terrible before. Nobody knows. We will never know. We've never been in those territories. Yeah, just stumbled across the channel. Love the enthusiasm. Thank you so much, GTR Jason. We appreciate you. We love you. Keep coming back. We're going to give you everything we can to keep you going. All right, let's take a look at the fan funding, everybody. And thank you so much for the 50 memberships by Crypto Decrypted Tax. Everybody, your taxes are due soon. Get yourself going. I got the best tax attorney and the best crypto tax account in the game. 25% off your standard pricing for full service tax preparation services and get a free consultation. You won't get this anywhere else. Tell them you're a lifer, man, and you're going to get hooked up. Tell them Sammy sent you. All right? And my man Ernest is going to take great care of you. All right? Blessings for all you do, Sam. Glad I found your channel. Can we check AVAX? Thanks for representing the Holy Trinity, God is glove. We're going to look at AVAX. Sending love from Miami. Love your dedication. The Sunshine State. Can't wait to have you. Crypto Pollo. Cluck, cluck, cluck. We love you, my man. And we are, where are we in the GAUSSIAN channel? We'll take a look at the GAUSSIAN. It's been a long time. All right. So now when we start doing this, you can kind of get rid of this flag, right? You just keep it up there because you don't know, but it was more likely going to be this flag all along, right? And it doesn't mean you're going to pump for sure. This is all speculation. You're waiting on a possible idea here for Bitcoin. All right. I like to use the USD for Coinbase when I'm looking at things on a big scale. But again, if you just look at things, no indicators, just clean. I mean, that's like a bull pennant, really, to me, more than a symmetrical. And that target takes you to about $93,000 by May 3rd, right? So it tells you in a month, you're going to rip up to 90K, and we're going to get even more paid. But again, I'm open-minded to know that in a month we could be down at, we could bounce off 51. I don't want to be a perma bull here. I don't want to be a perma bear. I don't want anyone to get the idea that I just keep telling you it's going up, or I watch it every day. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. None. I love saying that because people will come the next day and be like, you said it's going up. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I said I had no idea where it was going. And they're like, yeah, you kind of did. And you said it every day, right? So there you go, man. Yeah. Stayed in Bitcoin long from earlier today. Thank you, Crypto Lifer. Hey, man, it wasn't easy either to do that. I was in and out throughout the day, too. So that was not easy for you to do. Blessings on blessings that you made it through. So the GAUSSIAN channel on the 8-day, my 8-day GAUSSIAN. Let's take a look at that. We knew, now I talked about the beginning of the bull run, when you got above, when you got out of the GAUSSIAN channel, I said that's going to be a massive move to the upside. I said, but every time you've broken out of the GAUSSIAN, right there you did it, right here you did it, and right here we were about to do it. And what happened? We did. I mean, we were out of the GAUSSIAN channel beautifully. And that's bull run territory, right? You don't enter back into a bear run until you break back inside the GAUSSIAN channel, right? That's when you know things are getting pretty ugly, and you can just kind of probably take a break and walk away for a while. Can we take a look at XRPH on Bitmart chart? Yeah, I'm going to have to look at the MEXC chart, though. Sorry. They're going to be the same. Don't worry. Yeah, just don't trust Bitmart too much. It's got low liquidity. Anyway, now you're flagging out on the 8-day. That's a beautiful flag, too, on the 8-day, right? Anyway, just super bullish when you broke above that area. Let's take a look at a smaller version of the GAUSSIAN and see what we're seeing here on the 4-hour. So again, once you break above the GAUSSIAN, you'll be fine. Right now, we have resistance at the top channel of the GAUSSIAN. We could easily come back down again. But I'll tell you one thing. You know, we want to see the GAUSSIAN channel turn back green, number one. All right. At the right time. But, it, you know, usually the red doesn't last too long here. You've been in some, you know, good amount of red for a bit there. Could come back down, go sideways. I just, you know, but again, just watch this. Once we breach the GAUSSIAN channel, the 4-hour time frame, we're gone. It's just like a 200 SMA. It's a very strong signal once you get above it. The GAUSSIAN, baby. The GAUSSIAN. Very simple way to trading the GAUSSIAN. I love it. I'm a tight moving average guy. See how these moving averages are close together? See how they're tight here, and we had a big move? See, they got tight here, we had a big move, tight there. It tells me that a big move is coming for Bitcoin, and it's coming to the upside. Bitcoin dominance, we're going to take a look at it. Also suggests that something big is happening for BTC. It's in a bull flag. Watch your altcoins. You know, a lot of altcoins are still going to do all right, but just, you know, you're not going to get a major surge maybe. It's going to be the Bitcoin show. Looks like something crazy might happen tomorrow. I'll be honest. There might be a huge buy tomorrow, and things just get out of control. You've been seeing Goldman Sachs is in. There's billions of dollars that just got minted. You saw that? $3 billion was minted to Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, and some of all the biggest exchanges. Someone's got plans for a lot of Tether. That tether's going somewhere. Bitcoin dominance on the 4 hour looks like it's in a bull flag about to break to the upside. Watch your altcoins. Look at the shoulder, head, right shoulder broke out. Mean, baby, mean. This 4 hour wants the moon, and when it does, it's going to take out. It's going to be crazy. So I see this happening for Bitcoin. Looks pretty bullish here for Bitcoin dominance. We like to juxtapose tether dominance and take a look at how that looks too for you. We're going to take a look at the tether dominance. Tether dominance is in a symmetrical triangle bear flag. We'd like to see it break that 200 SMA and continue to the downside. It's kind of in the same flag here, though, that you're seeing on... Funny, they're both... And see, that tells me a sign. Whenever you see these both in a flag, right? So tether dominance wants to break out on the 4. How does it look in the daily? Yeah, super bearish on the daily, though, which is a good sign. And kind of like a shoulder and a right head or kind of an M pattern. You want to see this continue to dump. You don't want to see it break out of this flag. It's kind of a cup and handle, though. What's weird is, let's take, yeah, let me look at Bitcoin dominance one more time. Look, there's the flag that we talked about. And this is where hold on. See, this is where it looks, swing up. Hold on. I think I got to get into a trade here. Let's get back to our 1 minute. Let's see if we can get calm, cool, and collected here. Delete everything. Posting up. $70,379. Stop for 367 below this key level if I can. Support and resistance. There's resistance right there. And now we want to go a little lower. Right there. To 69,465. Right? We're going to pull that. We could risk 100 for almost 400 on that. High risk trade for sure. Be very careful. I wouldn't do what I'm doing here. But I live for the rush, man. You know what I mean? Win or lose, baby. I live for the rush, baby. And I'm in there like swimwear. I made that trade. I mean, I go for, this is a model of mine that I've traded hundreds of thousands of times, at least a few thousand times or more in my life. Flag hitting the 21, above the 200, after initial pump for the short squeeze. Curving stochastics RSI. Falling volume with falling price. Boom, right? Tells me lack of seller momentum. And then we got the RSI turning up with, not hidden bullish, but slight hidden bullish in a way. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do get the massive short squeeze to the upside here. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Shout out to BOOKMAP. Thank you for the sponsorship. We appreciate you. And if you get the BOOKMAP, I do get a subscription. BOOKMAP shows us where the liquidity is, right? It's saying, hey, there's 529 Bitcoins wanting to be sold up. It's 71,280. Usually we go where the biggest red is, and there's a lot of big red right up there. So it's telling me, hey, there's liquidity up there. We really will lightly short squeeze some people. Shout out to Vitality B for gifting 10 memberships. You didn't have to do that, but you did. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love, man. We appreciate you. Can we take a look at XRPH? We will. Yeah. So anything could happen. I could be wrong. I could easily lose this trade in front of you. We'll see what happens. I'm already up for the day, and I've taken some scalps. So if I lose that, it won't be too bad. And it's all about proper risk management so you can come back again no matter what happens in the game. Thank you for gifting memberships. It's super nice of you. We really, really appreciate it. Shout out to iTrust Capital. Why do I like iTrust Capital? I just think it's a smart look to stash something away for a long term. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is where you can buy and sell inside of a Roth IRA without paying short-term capital gains. Axie Infinity rips, SHIB rips. You go back into Bitcoin. You can make these trades inside and out inside of your iTrust Capital account. Also, they say, well, why don't I just get Grayscale? Why don't I just get the ETF, right, from Fidelity? Well, they close on the weekends, and you have to get in-kind closure. So when you leave, they have to pay you cash. When you leave here, they'll give you the Bitcoin. You don't want to convert back to cash when you're already in Bitcoin. Then you got to go back to Bitcoin again. You're not going to do that here with iTrust Capital. They're going to send you your Bitcoin when you're done. Pretty awesome. They also have redundancy, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You'll never miss a low candle for Bitcoin. All right. So tether dominance, we want to make sure it doesn't get back above 458. We want to see this dump to the downside. 4 hour looks like it may try to get some type of push here, though. as it stays above its 200 and it's in a bit of a flag. You'll be like, but Tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance. It's interesting. They're both in a flag on the 4-hour time frame. They both look identical. Very rare that you'll see that. Very rare. Tells me something. Usually when they both pump to the upside, people are selling off their altcoins and Bitcoin's dumping pretty hard. I will tell you that. So there could be, and again, it could change. It could change, but I want to heed that. There's a really weird idea that, because if this pumps and Tether pumps, it means people are selling their altcoins into Bitcoin and selling their altcoins into Tether. It's the only reason Bitcoin and Tether pump at the same time, or, the dominance, is when usually Bitcoin's taking a beat down. But people say, hey, my altcoin's going to drop 30, 50, 60, 70%, or at least 50%. Bitcoin will probably drop 3 or 4 or 5. So people run into Bitcoin to keep the losses low. You see what I mean? It is a good idea. All right. Anyway, not financial advice, but just, going over those ideas. So we really need to see this kind of just continue sideways and drop to the downside out of this bear flag so we can be on with our lives. All right. But it's just, I have to heed what I see and just show, hey, that's a bull flag. And so you don't want to see us get back above 458. All right. Much love, man. I hope Sarasota brings the best of blessings for you. Thank you so much for saying that. That's super nice of you. Let's take a look at XRPH. And I was putting it out there. It looked good to me. It was in a really nice chart. The setup was looking awesome. And look, Sammy did it again. XRPH to the upside for 79% gains. I gave this guys to you to the trading group. I didn't even know I hit the gain today. I wasn't trying to pat myself on the back that much, man. I was just happy. Dude, you turn your thing into LRG, dude. That's so cool. I used to rock LRG all the time. The guy who made LRG disappeared in a really weird death, man. It was kind of strange. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Happy early birthday, man. We out here watching the eclipse in southern Indiana, celebrating my birthday as well. Love you, brother. Amazing. So many people are out there watching the eclipse. So it's going to be actually tonight, huh? I don't know when the time is. I got so much going on with the move that even though the eclipse is out there, I'm just like, when you're moving from state to state and you're moving like multiple states, thousands of miles, like there's just a lot going on. You got to get the moving company. I got to ship my Cadillac for $1,000 down. You know what I mean? I got to do a bunch of stuff. Anyway, I gave you XRPH, man. It looked beautiful to me. The setup just looked really nice. I put it out, I think, twice and even gave a reminder for it. And look, I said XRP has kept its level, says more to come. You know what I mean? Like, that thing looks like it's going to boom up to 7.8. And I called this when? In the trading group. I gave this to you guys on 4.4. And I think I put it, and then I put it out here on 3.30. Possible trade of the weekend, XRPH. This is a smooth ascending triangle. Took a week, though. I'm out of the USD for the day, but I may jump in tomorrow if I get a chance. Now, had I stayed in that, I eventually would have made gains, right? Of 70 to 79%. So I just hope you're excited, and I can't even believe it. XRPH for massive move to the upside. Now, pull back, right? Because it probably has a small market cap. Taking profits, pushed it down as people tend to sell it off, right? But what if it hit the target? Actually went further than the target, up to 89 at one point. 0.89. But gains on gains, baby. Let me send this to Shano. It'll look better if I do that, right? That looks nicer. But, I mean, the point is to sell at the target, not to wait to go back down again. You got everyone, if you're a beginner trader here, you got to, one thing I got to say is you got to learn how to sell. So many traders, they know TA, they learn TA, they know how to buy. But, man, they have such a problem selling. Be honest, who here has a problem with selling? Who here has a problem with selling and you know it? Admitting that you have a problem is the first part of getting better. Who here, raise your hand and say me if you have a problem with selling. You know what I mean? Maybe that one won't be a stable coin. Lifer, I saw the inverted head and shoulder. God bless you, brother. I know it, Dan. I think he's talking to me. Me. Yeah. So here's the deal. You got to open up some example swing trades that you promise yourself you're going to sell. You're saying, I'm just swinging this coin. When it gets to this level, I'm going to sell it. And then you got to do it. And you got to do it a few times. It doesn't mean sell all your positions because you may sell early if you have your long-term holds. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Have your plan. But my idea is I have a long-term plan, but then I also am always swing trading because it keeps me in the habit of saying what I'm going to do. Bang. Bang. Can't sell Pocket or AERO. No. Don't sell those. Of course not. I put $4,000 into AERO. It's now like almost $30,000. I can't believe it's done it's done over like a 6.5x. I bought AERO at 63 and still haven't sold. Unbelievable. If you have a problem in selling and you know it, raise your hands. Yeah. Yo, Bitcoin booming to the upside here. It looks like we're getting that gain to the upside. Another profitable trade by the lifer. You're already up $25 that fast. Look, this is a bigger trade. $37,000 trade. $1,000 at 37x leverage. I try to tell my friends this, and I'm like, listen. And there's another move to the upside. I called you for you. I show you exactly where to get in, exactly how to get out all the time, almost every single day. You see my strategy over and over and over again. It's sickening how much gains we make. You know what I mean? I can take this 40 now and take it down. I don't care. I do it at 1050. That's 700. You just saw me make another $70 in a half an hour. I bought AERO 10 cents, sold with no gain. Why? AERO, talk to me, lifer. I can't wait to look at AERO. I can't wait to talk about Caspa. Bang, bang, bang. AERO, a double top. Can we please take a look at OP? ArcBlop is ripping. Dude, that's awesome. And it's a Sunday night, man. I take whatever I can make. You know, I take whatever I can get quickly on a Sunday night. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. Heavy volatility tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if things just get out of control. Let me send this to Sean. Gains, baby, gains. Sam, I've been staking AERO for a week, paying me $70 a day. Oh, that's huge. Where can you stake AERO? I'm worried about smart contracts, man. I get concerned about smart contracts. You know what I mean? Wow, AERO doing numbers back at 195, and this thing's going to 254 to my target. Shout out to anyone that jumped into AERO, and I screamed AERO, right? I was like, AERO, guys, AERO, 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 AERO. I said, if any coin's hot, it's AERO. I said, I'm in AERO. I love AERO. I was at school. I know the school teacher that wants to get in. I said, man, AERO is the bomb. I said, if I was going to touch anything, it would be Aerodrome Finance. It's backed by Coinbase Ventures. It's going to do numbers. You know what I mean? Like Coinbase is going to get paid. They're not playing games. Aerodrome for gains, 45% on the move. Lifer got you again. Bang. It's not only about giving you the right coins, it's about giving the right coin at the right time. All right? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Wow, AERO, talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Tight moving averages, getting a move. I see 254 before the next bigger pullback. Try to catch a flag on the 7, the 5, something like this. This thing's parabolic. Look at it. You catch this little flag here, see it? And you take this little scalp to the upside. You just continue to grind. This thing is on fire right now. People know it's hot. Man, I got it at 39 cents. Thank the Lord, baby. Woo! About to do a 5X when we hit $2. That's awesome, man. Hey, can you please check Myra? What's up, Sam? Have a great day, brother. Much love to you and the family. Thank you so much. Shout out to Rudy 007. We appreciate you, man. Rudy LV, brother. I'm heavy in AERO. Great call, Sammy. Shout out to Gen X. We love you. Dude, my AERO bag is now 30,000 beans, dude. I got 30 grand in AERO. I'm a happy man right now. I only put like 5 grand in there. I had no idea. 4 grand, about 4,000. Correct timing is everything. Amen, man. And you know how you get good at timing? You never take a day off like I do. That way my subconscious mind is always flowing. Things that I looked at yesterday are coming out as the next day. Sam, give that man a membership for my AERO gains today. Which man? Who asked for it? Who do you want? I don't know. I can't read all the chat like you can, guys. I got to be too focused out here. Y'all depressing me. Don't be depressed, man. Just jump on in. Join the 99, baby, and you'll be fine. That's what we all say. Like you just missed out. jump on into the Crypto Lifer game. Unlock financial freedom. Join today. Join today. Join today. Also, get our free weekly newsletter. Twice a week, Saturdays and Mondays. Consent to receive the newsletters and the promo codes and stuff like that. What we do is we always do a Cyber Monday and, a Friday sale there in November. And what happens is if you get this weekly newsletter and consent, we give you access to the an even cheaper deal. All right. So, or less expensive, I like to say. So jump on in, get the education you deserve from a guy that never takes a day off. Every single day, constantly grinding. All right. Look, not every trade's going to play out too as well. We'll see what happens, but man, Aerodrome Finance, just unbelievable. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right? And I give out all sorts of data, all sorts of information. I'm always there to break it down, teach you how to make gainitis. We were making gainitis today and yesterday. Anyway, and thank you for, 21,000, 9,000. We blew up on Twitter yesterday, 9,000, 2,000. We had some other 10,000. And shout out to anyone that commented about the loss of my mom and dad, man. We love you. Crypto Billy, Wendy O, Adam Charles, all these awesome, beautiful people here in the live. We really, really appreciate you. And it means the world to me. All right? Yeah. And there's my man, Project Moon Gold. He's grinding. I see you now. I see your grind, man. I'm starting to respect the grind. It takes me a while. All right? A lot of people find it because of money. Nothing wrong with that. All of a sudden, they're super bossed up here and say, funny, right? You still, man. I love 6P, man. You're funny, man. Welcome to Pump Town, baby. Nice. Making the meatballs, baby. Making the meatballs. I know how it is. Wendy O making those Italian meatball. That's a spicy meatball. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let me jump back into the chat and see what's happening with each and every one of you tonight. Can you please take a look at Boom, says Sun Chips. And thank you for the $100 super chat. We love you, Sam, your fam. Shout out to Chevy Tech. Thank you. Bitcoin is falling. Oh my God, no. It's done. We're going to lose all our money. Let's cry. And that's why you have a stop loss, right? Tank. Look, it came up. Tank. Sunday night. Very, very high risk. I'll tell you that. So you probably won't see me open up another trade on Sunday night, but it's very high risk. The fact that we're getting these pumps is crazy. I'm just going with the TA and it's playing out. You know what I mean? Sam, Solana is making me nervous. Can you take a look and talk about the news? Nah, man, I don't get into that, man. Yeah, I don't live in fear, man. I got $100,000 in Solana and I don't even care like you do. Not to be rude. I got $100,000 in Solana, man. If I can sit here calm as a cucumber, then so can you. I'm the opportunity, and so are you. I don't know why Solana's making you nervous. Take a deep break. Take a chill pill, man. Everything's going to be fine, my friend. Everything's going to be fine. Solana's actually into cup and handle, doing a bit of a double bottom here. Looking like it's likely breaking to the upside. Now, if it loses the 200 SMA on the 4-hour, fine. It's going to drop back down to possibly 150, possibly 135, and it could even test 117.77. We'll take it one step at a time, man. All right. I love a membership here since 2021. Finally feeling comfortable trading. That said, you should give it to someone who deserves it more. We're going to zero. Oh, my God. I love how you guys, like, all you care about is running after memes on Solana. Next thing you know, you can't buy a meme on Solana and you freak out. Like, I just think it's kind of lame, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, I buy 1 or 2 coins in Solana here and there and I leave it alone. You guys are pissed that you can't buy 1,000 memes every 5 seconds. I feel like that's what it is. It's like, if you can't buy your memes, you know what I mean? Invest in some real projects. I like memes, but come on now. Like, let's not become a meme factory. I got love for all the lifers. Thank you for the look. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Crypto Lifer, will gains fall from the sky and land into your lap? Shout out to Christine Morales. We love you. We appreciate you. Nah, piss, my transactions failed over and over again. It's going to happen, man. Get over it. Go for a walk and go out to the woods, man. Come back in a couple hours. You know what I mean? It's cryptocurrency, man. It's like a new age thing. Solana's maybe never had that many people on the network. They may be scrambling, trying to figure out how to make the biggest blockchain work. We've never seen it before. All right. Solana will continue to rise. Just don't worry. Amen. I like this guy, DP. I would love and appreciate a chance to learn in the group. I'm working towards it already. Shout out to Patrick Leishman. I thought you've been in the group. Can't always win. It's just life. I lost over 100. One loss over 100 wins is nothing. Amen. I stay clear of memes. Utility and narrative is where it's at. Scared money will never make money. I got AERO, Biko, Ondo, and Profi. Oh, you're so... Yeah, that's a great bunch to have, man. Can you take a look at Cardano, Sam? I just did a video on it, man. It's going to come out tomorrow. I'm up big on GRT. Can you look if there's time? Okay, if you have a chance, please take a look at BOME. We'll take a look at BOOKMAP and GRT and work our way back up the asks there on the super chats. So last time I talked about the graph token, I drew a Fibonacci. I showed you that we were at the 786 fib, and I drew a line like we would get to probably 30 cents, and we went further up, all the way up to 48 cents. Now I own some of the graph token. I do. I bought it in the last rally. Okay. And I like it. I think it's going to be big. It's kind of like the Google of the blockchain. I did my research though, and quote me if I'm wrong, find out if I'm wrong, or but I found that Covalent was actually a better. It did the same thing, but on a better scale. Now maybe the GraphLink has found out what they're doing and implemented more into their network and their system. But Covalent had its own little kind of like, it's like the graph you had to look through a whole set and then extrapolate the data. And Covalent you could like get further into tiny processing pieces. It's weird. I can't explain it perfectly because I'm not like, and you guys may be able to explain it better, but I was, in my research, Covalent was interesting. Now, graph token in a beautiful bull flag here. I like what I'm seeing. 6-hour time frame's a little overbought. 8-hour time frame. So you want to see if you can go up and down here and go sideways for the next, 24 to 36 hours. But you don't want to be losing this trend line at 31. So if you can go sideways and hang out and keep 31, it's a chance graph token then begins to break out back to the upside and hits this next higher level. And that would be sitting at about 70 cents for the graph token. Again, you're going to have some resistance at 48, the 48 states. And there you go. And then you got to hold 32. If you lose 32, look for possibly a move to 26 and maybe back to 21. But it's looking like it's pretty strong on that level of support. If you have a chance, please take a look at the BOOKMAP. BOME. And I still own my BOME. If you remember, guys, I bought it live in front of you all. Somewhere right there. And we'll go, or maybe even right when it came out. Yeah, right when it came out. We bought it somewhere right there. And then it blasted. We were up pretty big. Came back down. I decided, hey, man, this is a long-term meme. I saw what happened with Pepe and how it had longevity. And so I just said, this meme is going to have its time. I don't like this pattern per se, but a bit of a cup and handle, but then getting flat. You see, you got resistance for BOOKMAP in two spots here. One spot's going to be at 1 1/2 of a penny, 596. The other 0.18, 0.11. Kind of see a bit of a bear flag here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame. Interesting. So you got kind of the double bottom. But at the same time, I'm catching a bit of a bear flag. See? I'm not saying it's guaranteed to do this. I'm just showing you that this looks, So you got to see BOOKMAP get back above the 200 SMA. It's kind of following Bitcoin, but lagging. Bitcoin was just doing this, but Bitcoin then broke back up and did this. So we need to see that move. You want to see BOOKMAP get back above the 200, break to the top of the pattern, then likely come back down, consolidate. But at least it'll negate this bear flag. And if you lose this point of control, you could drop all the way down here to the value area lows and even further down. And you'd be looking at about 0.9 tenths, so which is 0, which would be 9/10 of a penny. 0.009. Forgive me there. Yeah. To succeed, you must be first, better, or different. Crypto Lifer is way better and way different. I love you, man. Thank you so much for defunding the shorts. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. You'll never find an analyst like this, man. I know that. The uniqueness is key. We got an announcer voice, bro, for crying out loud. Stephen Curry, all the way back to pass. All the way from downtown. Sending love from Miami. We love you. GAUSSIAN channel, we love you for bringing that up tonight. That was awesome. What a great contribution to the show that you did that. We talked about AERO. We talked about BOOKMAP. We talked about GRT. We are flying through these super chats. You people are awesome. $170 in chat revenue. 973 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right. Can we get back above the 200 SMA is the question. That's what we need. Can we get back above that zone? That's what we're looking for. All right. Okay. Let's get back into Bitcoin, shall we? All right. Nasty dump to the downside. Quick rejection. Sunday night. That's what they do. So just be careful. See how quickly that flag just went after liquidity? That's a Sunday night. It really is a Bart Simpson on the 1 minute, right? Now you bounce back to the 200. You could get a bounce here. If you lose that, you likely could fade yourself further to the downside. Where are we going tonight? Where's my prediction for where we wake up in the morning? What's happening? Let's slow it down. Take a deep breath. Just relax for a second. I get a definitely adrenaline rush from running the show. It gets me going. Okay. Sam, please take a look at ATR. Also, what do you think about the eclipse and the market price action? I don't really have anything to say about that. There is some weird conspiracy theories that there's something like we're going to see like some type of like solar flare. It's going to shut down all electricity or something. You know what I mean? But again, Y2K, there was always someone saying something throughout the time, you know. I take it one day at a time and have faith in God. You know, no matter what happens, I go back to the source. Like I said earlier today in the Twitter post, I said, we all came from the source and we all go back to the source. The source is where you become. Pain is only temporary. It does not last forever. So even if you die the most vicious death on earth, like, you know, even if you're tortured, which I hope to never be, that is like my worst concern. But if even if that happens, I will just close my eyes, meditate myself into another realm as the pain reverberates into another place. And I'll leave my body through my brain, through meditation. And I know I can handle anything that comes my way as long as I have God with me. And I know you think I'm insane, some people, but I truly believe that. I'm never alone because I have God in my life. I'm never alone. And if you're never alone, you're never afraid. If you're never afraid, you're always in gratitude. And if you're always in gratitude, you're in a state of abundance. Abundance is an actually reverberating state that you can be in at all times. You can be abundant with your minutes, abundant with your time, abundant with your energy, abundant with your giving nature, right? Abundant with your love, abundant with your knowledge giving. Can you give people knowledge? If you have knowledge, do you give it away or do you hold it to yourself? See, most businesses find the notch, find the niche, and then they don't tell anyone about it. Of course, there's some business secrets that everybody has, but at the most part, like, do you give away your knowledge or do you hoard it? And that's the difference between a giver and a taker, right? Are you a maker or a taker? Do you make things for others or do you take things from others? What do you do for society? You know? I went over this awesome idea, the secret to success, right, with my wife today that someone posted. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Okay, so oh yeah, so this is what I was looking at here, this post. The 5 laws of it's called the Go Giver. Okay? A little story about a powerful business idea, right? Is that what it says? Yeah. The 5 laws of stratospheric success. The law of value. Your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you take in payment, right? I do this live stream for free almost every single day. People do join my trading group and provide me value, but I try to provide way more than I get. Your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. I serve 1,500 people in my trading group on a daily basis, and I continue to do so effortlessly. I lose sleep over it. I give everything I have because I love you all. The law of influence. Your influence is determined by by how abundantly you place other people's interests first, right? My kids, my wife, my family, my friends, each and every one of you, if you need something. Some guy called me last night, had a problem with his KuCoin. I sat with him on the phone. He couldn't believe it. He said, man, you're such a nice guy. The law of authenticity. The most valuable gift you can have to offer is yourself. Just be yourself, man, because there's no one else like you. No one had your dad, your mom, your situation. Just be yourself. And the law of receptivity. The key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving, dude. You must believe that you're worth it. You must believe that things are coming into your life. You must believe that it's for you. Okay? Super important. Super important. All right? Just the main staples in life. So those are the 5 ways to reach massive success in life, like stratospheric success. And I firmly believe in all of those things, you know? So look, we got the dump to the downside. 1 minute flag, got a little bit of a push, but nothing more. That's why I take tiny wins on a weekend. Whatever you can get when it comes to leverage trading, in and out like a scout, all right? So that's pretty bearish right now, the rejection here that we just got at 69,800, in my humble opinion. We could likely come to the 15-minute. Again, I wouldn't open up a massive short until the 15-minute loses the 200 SMA. You could definitely front run that now. It's just higher risk. You can more likely you get stopped out by entering the trade here. So I'm not saying there's not, we could short or long. This comes down here, does a bearish retest. I would be looking for a short back down to the next yellow line. 67.2. All right. So I'd watch the 15-minute 200 SMA like a hawk tonight if I was awake, or I was in another part of the country where I'm awake and it's my trading. We're going to be going to sleep, and then we're going to go from there. So, and I don't trade Sunday night into Monday morning. It's just not my thing. All right. Okay. Shout out to CoinStats. I really got to talk about CoinStats and how much I love CoinStats. Ever since I got into CoinStats, it's really changed my life. And why? Because I'm able to see my entire portfolio so swiftly and easily all in one place. You know, you just can't do it anywhere else. You can look at this. You can manage your crypto, your DeFi, your NFTs all from one place. Connect your entire portfolio, your centralized exchange, your MetaMask, your Coinbase, and then your Phantom wallet, your Kepler wallet, and anything else all in one place. You just can't see that you can't do it. I just, maybe there's another place, but this is just amazing. Get an in-depth profit and loss analysis. Connect your wallet. Get 24 daily, weekly, and cumulative profit and loss analysis. Level up your crypto investing strategy today. I'm just telling you, man, up to 300 and plus wallets, 1,000 plus DeFi protocols, and 20,000 cryptocurrencies. You won't find someone better than CoinStats. Have it on the go on your phone. The app is absolutely amazing. The CoinStats app is amazing, and it really works on your phone. Most people use it for their phone, really, than on the web browser here. So jump on into CoinStats today. I do get a commission if you jump on in, but you also probably get it way cheaper through me than you'll get it anywhere else. Hit the link below to CoinStats. And I like to bring you just a few things that I believe will help you out. And I think CoinStats is amazing. I just get a commission. They do not sponsor the show. I just get a commission. That's it. But CoinStats is pretty interesting. And I love to work with them and talk about their product. It's amazing. I love it. I'm so happy I have CoinStats. It's changed the way I'm able to kind of get up and not have to look at every single thing to find out where is my portfolio today and what's happening. All right. Now I'll be taking a look at the 1 hour 200. You don't want to lose that. You lose that, we could get a nasty move. We have a bit of a bullish divergence here, which is that's usually a liquidation. If we go back to Bookmap, we should see long liquidations here that have occurred at that divergence. Let me show you. We can find it. Funny, it's been a while since we used to show the divergence. We've done so much on this channel, right? There's the divergence right there that you just saw, though. That was your 1 minute liquidation likely right there. Okay. You can see there's still more liquidity all the way up at 71,200. That's the deep red. We call it big red. I don't mess with big red. When big red's above me, I don't like to short. We do have big red down at 63,000 too. I will tell you that USDT and the Bitcoin dominance, both in the flag like that, it's giving me this weird feeling that we could see a nasty dump to the downside. AERO is in a rising wedge of the 15, so it's either dumping or going parabolic. You've learned your lessons, man. I love it. You know what's up, but look at that beautiful divergence there. We could get a break right back to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if we're just hanging out. Bottom, bottom, top, bottom, kind of higher mode, bottom. We go, so where do I see us? I believe, and this is what I believe because it's completely speculative, but also the charts do, through technical analysis instinct, it's telling me we're likely going to go sideways. I wake up tomorrow, I hold shift here and go sideways. I'll be back from 10 to 10. It's 12 hours from now. Why did it stop after 7 hours? But anyway, so somewhere right around here is going to be the time And it's looking like Bitcoin may go sideways all night on the 1 minute time frame. And when I show up tomorrow, we're somewhere like $69,800, $70,000. All right. Bear scenarios, we're headed below. We lose the 200 in the middle of the night here on the 15. And if we lose the 15-minute 200, it's not going to be a good sign, for the bulls. We will be able to short it, make some gains back to the point of control, and you're going to see a drop from 68.8, possibly back down to 67,700. All right. So if you lose, I'd put an alert on this. If you lose that 15-minute 200 SMA, and that's going to be the 2, you see? So I can put 2 there, crossing up or crossing down. You see that? And now I'll get an alert if we cross below. If that crosses, I'll get an alert on that. All right? I'll get an alert on that. Let's take a look at Aerodrome again on the 15. I mean, they got hot. It got hot, right? Yeah, rising wedge with it has strong bearish divergence. Tells you that you're likely going to drop pretty hard again. You know what I mean? Just comes with the territory. With the 4 hours really far away for the 21. The 1 hour's away for the 21. You're likely going to drop back down for sure. That's definitely a sell for me. The strong bearish divergence with the overbought. But I'm not selling this coin. I got it at 39 cents. I'm just saying I'm not selling Aerodrome Finance. Not until way, way later. But what a massive move it did just go on. I mean, that was a pump and a half for sure. So you're just looking for some type of flag here that will make sense. But it is likely going to pull back to that 21. The 21's not too far, which tells us I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 254 by tomorrow afternoon. I really wouldn't be surprised. Can we take a look at ATR, says my man Rudy. Let's take a look at ATR. Yeah, a bit of a shoulder, head, right shoulder. I see what you're saying. We had this flag, but we dropped to the downside. And you know what it is people will get skittish because the coin's so small. And you have a lot of newbies that are up and they just sell off really easily. They don't know how to hold, man. They just don't. It takes time to do that. Like I've been holding Caspa for over a year now. A year and a half. Like a lot of people can't do that. They can't go for the long haul. You know what I mean? I'll be honest, that looks like a head and shoulder pattern. 32% chance we don't dump, but it's so likely we do. That'd be a pretty nasty dump to the downside, honestly. And you lost the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. And you've been on a parabolic run if you think about it. So what I would do is I would delete everything here. Go to the daily. Fine, you got no information on the daily. Go to the 22. Maybe even the 12 hour. All right. So you have support here. Previous resistance is support, right? Resistance, bounce. You could say kind of this is the flag that we're looking at. And then we'll pull a Fibonacci. Do we come all the way down there? You could say the fib really starts here. And you could say you're on the... See, from this impulse to there, you're on the golden pocket. All right. I like this impulse here. It tells you got a little more to go. And then that head and shoulder could play out to the downside. Maybe even top that 786 here off of this support at 041. All right. Remember, if it does that, I'm still long on this thing for the next. It has to pull back to get its next bigger move. So to get the 4 is how you get the 15. Everyone wants to get the 15 without getting down. And I'm not saying you're going to 4 for sure. And there's a chance that you hold support at 6.2. And let's grab out some of those key indicators here. Now, I made enough money on this thing. I'm just going to hold it for 6 months and see if it pays me. You know, not in the exact time, but you know what I mean? At least 6 to 7 months, find out where we go before I decide to even think about taking profits. I've also been through, 2 bull runs in my life when it comes to cryptocurrency. I've also been through moves in the stock market. I've been trading since I was 24. I'm going to be 41 years old in 2 days, right? As an Aries, how many Aries here watching the stream celebrating their birthday this week, next week, or sometime in the future, or not too long ago, right? Each one of these will earn you $100 an hour. Show up. Each one of these will earn you $100 an hour. Show up on time with the right stuff at the right price and the right attitude. 100%. He's right too. Show up on time with the right stuff at the right place and the right attitude. $100 an hour. I love it, man. Shout out to my man to fund the shorts with the right attitude. Super chats, AVAX. And Dub says your pick for the group. All right, let's take a look at AVAX. That's a smart super chat. Like, what is he looking at? You know what I mean? I loved AVAX when it was sitting here at 40. Beautiful pump back to 64. Came all the way back down. They're making it hard to make money on these bigger chains. You know what I mean? They're just like really, really taking their time. And again, you see what this looks like to me. It's what's called an ascending upward Sammy cup and handy to the upside. But it's an ascending upward cup and handle. The length of this to this would be the move back to the upside. You can see it getting all the way to 81.97 for AVAX. Not too shabby, right? And then we got a bounce here off these two levels, and we're holding the 200 SMA. If the 12-hour stays above the 200, we're good to go. If we lose that, we're likely coming to test 27, which is crazy because we haven't been at 27 since January. Lifer, I appreciate you. I had a rough couple of years dealing with my injuries and then losing my big brother last year. Getting into the charts with you has made me feel alive again. Much love. Shout out to Johnny Mango. We love you, Johnny, and I'm here for you, buddy. And we all go through ups and downs, trials and tribulations, but it's how we persevere that matters. My mother and father died this year. My mother died in front of me on Thanksgiving. And it's been the toughest thing to ever. Today, I was cleaning out my garage, and I have pictures of collages that we made for their funerals. And they're in the garage, so I can't look at them every day. And I had to see them, and I'm looking at them, and just tore me up, man. It tore me up. I love you all. And everyone that's helped me through, it's been tough. And someone says, hey, you mentioned it a lot. I do. My mom died, man. It hasn't even been a year, dude. You know what I mean? Give me some slack. So, Lifer, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. I see Velodrome. Yeah, let's take a look at Velo. Velo loves to follow AERO. You know, AERO pumps, and then Velo likes to kind of play cleanup. Today, it's kind of following it a bit, too. Last time we put out Velo was right here at 0.05. It had pumped to 10. It did 191% gain. Bang, bang, bang. Velo, baby. Right? On the 12-hour time frame. Still can't believe XRPH hit the gain like it was supposed to. I'm always amazed by that. And here I am putting out Velodrome Finance, right? Velo. And I'm showing you it's about to go to 0. It's going to go to 10 from 5. And I'm showing you exactly how it's going to go. Stop loss will be below one of these trend lines, right? And there's your before. And there's your after. This thing just absolutely moons. Hits the target too, and then wicks around the target and hangs out, which is fascinating for me. For 91% gains from when the day I put it out in the trading group, in the Discord. You can see it right here. Now, if I were to edit this, it would say edited, right? So say I went to this and I hit edit. And I just wrote yes, right? Whatever. It'll say edited right there. So you can see I never edited it because it wasn't edited. That thing's been there since I put it out on 321 at 10:55. Another beautiful call. All right. Look, I'm showing you Velo's going to 18 at one point. Anyway, Velo, baby, Velo. Velodrome. Not to be confused with Velo, which is another coin. All right. I just want to put that out there. So I told you how to watch Bitcoin. You're going to be watching the 15-minute 200 SMA. If you lose it, we're likely going to drop down to 67.7. If we stay above it, we're likely going to consolidate and go sideways until we show up tomorrow. And they're going to find out what they're going to do with liquidity and play games with their minds. So that's really what's going to happen tomorrow, more than likely. And again, I don't know for sure. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, but it looks most likely. I did show something today that blew my mind. I looked at the ratings here, and Bitcoin became one of the ratings. It's funny, right? But it had a 49% trading rate just because there's better coins to trade, right? But it's bullish. It's bullish, right? Solana, still bullish on Solana is the, XRP Dogecoin back to 19 cents too. We gave you that trade. And Cardano. I can see Velodrome. Yeah. Nice work. Hey, Lifer, can you check SEI? God bless. Thoughts on GMT? Looks prime. Thank you. They live through you and you exist because of them. Amen. Bless you, Lifer. Your mother sounds like she was a wonderful woman. We're so blessed to have these angels as moms. My mom was such a nice person. I never heard her say anything negative about someone in my life, man. She never raised her voice to me. My old man, my old girl, my grandpa, all in the last 4 years. I feel you, lifer. Shout out to Diametric Opposition. A lot of us have lost a lot of people. We all know it. No one wants to talk about it. They want to act like it's, but we've all been losing people. Everyone has been losing people, man. More people have died in the last 3 years, and my neighbor, 36 years old, dropped dead just like a few weeks back. No idea why. Heart problems. I've never seen younger people die like this in my whole life. It's insane. Sports players falling on the ground. Just nuts. Anyway, who knows, right? Wink, wink. Let's keep it crypto, all right? We can fight the good fight by being good people, everybody. We don't even have to mention the negativity. That's how they get you. Don't even mention them. Don't give them a billboard. Let's make our own billboard. How do you defeat red flowers? You grow yellow ones across the hall, say there was a field of red flowers. So you buy the lot across the street. You don't go pick the red flowers, talk about the red flowers. You don't even mention them. You just buy the lot across the street and you plant as many yellow flowers as you possibly can. Yellow flowers are so big, they take over everything. All right. So GMT getting tight inside the zone here. And it gets tighter and tighter. We could get a bigger move further to the upside. Somewhere at 61 cents is what we're looking at. All right. And, you got to get back above 40, though. All right. But I do see consolidation, and eventually the target would take you to 61 cents. Not my cup of tea. I'm probably not going to trade that coin, though. I think there's just far better narratives out there than those step apps and GMT and all that nonsense. So Bitcoin's kind of doing this like it could drop out of SCI. Now, SCI was promising, and it hit this level, and it played games, then it bounced back up to 115, and it came back down to 65, and I just dollar cost average at these lows, looking like it's going to eventually be a big project. And it would have dumped by now. I will tell you that the price action is very strange. I'm not used to seeing something like this. If anything, it looks kind of like, I don't know, a broadening falling wedge or something. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's a very rare pattern that I'm not used to seeing. I'll be honest with you. I would have to say it's in this flag after it broke out a couple of times. You see, like it was a fake out breakout inside the flag. That makes the most sense to me with the deranged cup and handle there and previous supporters resistance off of the 67.5 level. So here's the deal. You lose 67.5, you're hitting 57K. I feel like you already came back and bounced again. You got a bit of a double bottom. I'm bullish on SEI. I have a bag on it. I'd love to see it really do damage and rip to the upside. The target for SEI would take it to 135, but the pattern doesn't look amazing, I'll be honest. It does not look amazing. And it's tough to read. And shoulder, head, and shoulder dump. Look for the 12-hour to breach the 200 SMA. Look for you to go more sideways. And let's just see if you can kind of cool off here. But you do have a kind of a double bottom here that you showed signs of never going back below 67 cents. All right, that's a tough one. I'll be honest, it doesn't look amazing compared to what I'm used to. All right. All right, Dub says someone, you pick someone for the group. All right. Sam, give that man a membership for my AERO gains. Okay. Who here wants to be in the trading group? Who here truly desires to be in the trading group? Who here knows that they're not going to complain? They're going to push themselves. They're going to be the best thing ever. They're going to help beginners. They're going to post their charts. They're going to learn divergences. Who here really, 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 really wants to be in the trading group? Like more than anything in this world. Like you desire it. Like it's so heavy inside of you that you're just like, I really would like to do that. Like it's something that makes sense to me. I want to be in the trading group. How many people aren't in the trading group? I always assume everyone's in the trading group, right? I like this guy. He said, pick me. Let me prove it. Crypto Hitman. Me, I'm a super lifer. Crash Gordon. I'm not in the trading group. Me, I've been here for years trying to just having health issues and can't afford it. I'll pay for mine. Thanks for someone more deserving. I love that. Wow. I will when I can afford it. Not looking for freebies. I love that. That's the lifer way, man. I watch you every day. Pick me. Miriam Torres, you're in there. You said you watch me every single day? All right, Miriam Torres. And I apologize for everyone else, but we'll keep doing this. And we'll help you out as we continue. Miriam Torres right here. I watch you every day. Pick me. All right, we're going to pick you. Put in the effort. Put in the, see what this month can do for you. And I hope we can make you enough gains to stay in the group. That's the plan. That is the plan. All right. I support 2 autistic kids and a disabled wife. I need this. Yikes. That's like boss of the South. I don't think you would lie, but you never know. I don't even know. I mean, I don't think you're lying. I don't even want to disrespect you. That's crazy. Keep coming back. We're going to keep you in your thoughts. If I see you again, you're next, man. All right? Thanks for being generous and setting a great example. Anytime, man. And honestly, the biggest things I do, you'll never know about because I'll never tell you what I do. If I do, you know what I mean? If I give money to charity or if I do something like that, know that I do it, but I'll never tell you what I did because you can't tell people when you do it. That's not the point. Hey, everybody, I just donated, blah, blah, blah. Like, the point is to keep it quiet and not tell everyone. You know what I mean? I do let you know that I do give back, though, every single day. My wife feeds kids in another country. She has a whole program where she sends money and they feed children every day. And we get videos of them. And she's going to get it up and running once we get the move. She's, 27 weeks pregnant now, 28. So there's a lot going on here in the Price household. All right. All right, everybody, I'm going to jump on out for the night. It is 10:23. We had a beautiful almost 2 hours, right? About an hour and 50 minutes. Zagged time, Sam. Eid is coming. I know, right? Isn't that crazy? 28 months pregnant. 28 weeks, man. You're messing with me now. Yeah. Super chat's cleared. Shout out to Burke. We love you, brother. I've been trading it all weekend. Rest easy, Sammy. Have a great time. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Reference this chat. If anyone asks what's going on with Bitcoin in the trading group, say, hey, Sam was live. Just go tap on it, hit his timestamp. He gave you everything he could this weekend. We went live 4 times this weekend, gave multiple charts. We hit multiple gains. Gains on gains, man. Gainitis. See, this has never happened. Try opening tabs or programs to free up the memory. Out of memory. See, that's never happened to me before. And I got like 80 tabs open right now. It's pretty crazy. But this started happening just like 2 days ago. I don't know. It did happen though when I flushed my DNS. Ever since I flushed my DNS, I've been having some weird moves too. So now look, I just got a drop frame. See, that just happened. That never happens. Not at this location. So we've been getting drop frames too, which is weird. Could just be the internet, man. I'll reset my modem tonight. All right. I'll talk to Burke. And we'll do some tech work right now for a little bit before I go to sleep. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that makes the show amazing. Shout out to my whole team. Shout out to Jamie, Sean, the people on the keyboards, baby. We love you. We appreciate you. Shout out to Jay, the editor. Shout out to GF Burke. Shout out to everyone in the crew. Stack McChange, David Kendall, Sean, and everybody out there that makes this group an amazing time. Shout out to Love Learning, Master Friend, and everybody on the team. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you on the next live stream. God bless everybody here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay blessed. I love you all. Over and out.